welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Live. It's Thursday night and it's a new year, 2026. And I want to wish everybody a happy new year. Hope your holidays were great. And I really think 2026 is going to be a great drone flying year. And I had said that in a video that I posted, and I really mean it. But anyway, it's good to see everybody. As you know, I have a great show lined up. I got a awesome special guest, Eric Schwausch. He's a drone pilot with the Baytown, Texas Police Department, and he'll be joining us shortly. He's in the back room. Well, he'll be in the back room shortly. He's not back there yet, but he'll be enjoying the shrimp and lobster back there. But I tell you, I can't believe it, and I have to apologize that I haven't been on in 4 weeks. Actually, I went on a cruise for 11 days, but it encompassed 2 Thursdays, and then it was Christmas, and that was a holiday, and then New Year's, and that was a holiday. But I tell you, it's good to be back, and it's good to see everybody. Really, you always wonder, if everybody's going to forget about you. But TJ, he was number one today, and I had the pleasure of flying with him yesterday, so I'll be talking about that shortly. And John, Connecticut Pirate, he was right behind him, number two. Always good to see John. And Steve Jeunesse, he's watching up in Vermont, number three. I tell you, thank you guys, really, truly appreciate it. And then there was Philip Koshak, he's watching. And I know I saw RJ, good to see you, RJ. And John Olson, he's watching up in Long Island, Good to see you, John. And Happy New Year. And if Cheryl's watching, Happy New Year, Cheryl. So I tell you, Brian, Waypoint, New England, he's in the house tonight. Thank you, Brian, for watching. Appreciate your support. Dominic's watching all the way in Australia. How you doing, Dominic? Happy New Year. Good to see you. And we got Steve Jones in the house. He's watching. I guess he's going to keep an eye on Eric. And I know Eric's going to be a great, great guest. Yeah, and hopefully he's going to tell us some success stories that he's done with the drone while he's working. So we'll see. He'll be in shortly. But anyway, let me see who's else in the house. I'll give it a Jody, drone shots. How you doing, Jody? Good to see you. He's a longtime supporter, really. He's one of the first guys I met in this drone community. I met Jody on a live stream. I forget which one, probably almost 8 years ago now. So good to see you, Jody. Drone Ogie's in the house. How you doing? Good to see you. And let's see, I'll get back to the name shortly. Because John, Flying Flynn Media, he's in the house, and I'm sporting one of John's shirts. And I do have an announcement to make because I got the word from John that he'll be donating 6 of these T-shirts as giveaway prizes. I don't know if they're going to be exactly like this one, but I got to say thank you to John. He's donating them as giveaway prizes for the 6th annual South Florida Drone Meetup. And I know most everybody in the chat knows about it, but we're having our 6th annual on April 10th to the 13th, 2026. We're having it at Jensen Beach Causeway Park again. And we have quite a few donations that I've received already. And I got to say thank you to all our sponsors, really, not just John, but we have quite a few of them. And I'll just mention a couple of them. We got some hats, DJI hats that we'll be giving away. They were donated by Joe Lee. But take a look at this drone. Yeah, it's a Potentic Atom 2 Fly More combo. And this was donated by Rudy Racine. So I got to say thank you to Rudy. Really. And then I got some Neos down here. I don't want to start with that one, but we'll start with this one. And this is the Neo that was donated by some drone guy, Jeremy Alm. So thank you, Jeremy, for that. We appreciate it. And I like to get people excited because people love winning drones at the meetup. Here's another Neo that was donated by John, Connecticut Pirate. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. And another Neo here, and this was donated by Burger Brothers, Brad Burger of Burger Brothers Camera on Long Island. So thank you. Thank you all. And then I got one more. There's so many of them down there, but this will be the last one I mentioned tonight. And this is another Neo, and this was donated by Danny Kennedy. So thank you all. Really, we truly appreciate it. But anyway, I tell you, I just want to let you know that I had the pleasure of flying with TJ yesterday, along with Steve Barnett and Ken Nida. You know, we went to the Marina Village in Riviera Beach, and we flew our drones. We were just after sunrise, and we were hoping to get the cruise ship coming back to port, but unfortunately, it didn't come back yesterday. It's still out there over in the Bahamas. But we ended up getting some good shots of a large cargo ship that was coming into the port of Palm Beach, and that was fun. And I tell you, you know, it's always great flying with these guys. Really, I have such a great time. But I ended up flying my Mavic 3 Pro, but then I decided to fly my Air 2S drone, and I hadn't flown this in quite a while. So I had to do an update, actually. I had to log back into DJI. I don't know if anybody's been having that problem lately, but if you haven't logged in DJI lately, they make you do it again. And everybody sort of had to do it lately that I know of. But I had fun flying that Air 2S. And I also flew the Neo 2. So I was flying this and having a good time with this. And I actually posted some photos. Not that I'm an expert photographer by any means. I'm not. Uh, but I did uh, some nice shots, and I also decided to do a video comparison of the three drones, the Mavic 3 Pro and the Air 2S and the Neo, and I put them up there for people to try to guess which video was from which drone because the cameras are great on all three drones, really. So, hey, Sam, Sam's in the house. How you doing? Good to see you. Happy New Year. And Johnny Drone Flyer. Good to see you, Johnny. And did I miss any other name? Terry Dugas. So I apologize, guys. I wasn't watching the chat. Captain Joe. He's in the house. I was babbling away, telling you about my little mini meetup that I had yesterday. And I have to say, I had a great time, and I'm in the process of editing the video, and that'll be published shortly. But I did end up flying with another group of great drone pilots, and we finished up 2025 at the Marine Stadium down in Miami. And I had never been there. I've been wanting to go there. Alex and Al Sergione, they fly there quite a bit. Um, but the place is such a cool place to fly, really. So I'm just going to show a little of that video now. While we're waiting
To
for our
fly drones at the Miami Marine Stadium.
to
I've been
finish
wanting to
his
fly here for
lobster.
3 years.
But yeah,
The Miami
take a
Marine
look at this
Stadium was
place to
built in
fly, really.
1964 and now is abandoned. It was built specifically for viewers to watch powerboat racing on Biscayne Bay. When we first arrived, there were 20 to 30 big black vultures flying around, protecting their nests.
I was nervous.
Ken Godley sent his Mavic 3 Pro up, and the birds didn't bother it. I wanted to get great shots of the sunrise, so I sent my Mavic 3 Pro up.
but it was
You can
such
see
a
the big black vultures flying
cool
around.
place to fly. They ask it in the video. Just wondering how many people would fly if there was a flock of big black
I'd like to know
vultures
in the
flying
comments if
around.
you would send your drone up with big black vultures flying around.
And I've been with other drone pilots who have lost their drones due to bird strikes, and it's not a pretty sight, really.
That's Miami Beach off in the distance there. And this is the Miami skyline. I'll show you that shortly. There he goes. The bumblebee is off. All right,
What's
Alex is
Alex?
up. He's out of here. We were having fun flying,
Look at
and we
that
were blessed
sunrise.
with a beautiful sunrise this morning. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel now. And if you hit the little bell, you'll be notified of our newly released videos.
Well, Steve, don't worry about it. Just concentrate on driving. It's good to see you, Steve. Going on video of flying down at Bayside, Steve, a little later, whenever it comes on. But this is a cool place to fly, really. I hope everybody else has been out flying. I'll be showing one of John Flynn's videos later. There's the video of me as well.
Here's a closer look at
But
the
anyway,
stadium. I used the telephoto lens on the Mavic 3 Pro. I didn't want to get too close to the stadium with those big black vultures flying around.
if you want to watch the rest of this video, you can go to my YouTube channel. And it was great flying with you guys. It was up.
I
My
also
last
used
flight
the
at
telephoto lens
2025.
to zoom in on.
But anyway, I had a great time flying. And then I flew the Neo down there as well. And showed them how it tracks you and follows you. And I tell you, I uh, I end up using it a lot with my controller. And I think our special guest is finished with the shrimp and lobster that I put in the back room for him. So I think I'm going to bring him in now. And I would like everybody to give a warm welcome to Eric Schwausch. And he's coming to us all the way from Texas. No, Colorado Springs, right?
Yes, sir. I'm in Colorado Springs today. Normally,
Hey,
I'm in Texas, though.
welcome. And thank you for being on the show tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad you could have me.
Well, I tell you, it was a pleasure meeting you when I had made arrangements to meet Steve at the UAV elevated UAV conference in Miami. I didn't know you were going to be there, but it was my pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, likewise, man. I had a great time with you, and man, you showed us some good views out there. We had a good time.
So, what do you think of the Bayside marketplace as a place to fly drones? I know you fly professionally for work, and we'll talk about that shortly. But what do you think about Bayside Marketplace?
Man, the views were spectacular. I'm glad we're able to get there in time for the sunrise. There's nothing like the sun hitting the water and the buildings there, and I was able to get the drone out there and kind of get that view from both sides. And I had some fun going under the bridge over there and avoiding the birds that were dive bombing me. That's something else we can talk about that I've learned over time. But yeah, man, great views and cool experience for sure.
Yeah. I had a good time. I've been wanting to fly down there at Bayside for 3 or 4 years, and I finally got down there. And then the fact that you and Steve showed up too, it just made it that much nicer. I fly with Alex quite a bit, but I really thought it was an awesome place to fly drones. With that big Ferris wheel there, and obviously the boats and the intercoastal waterway and the Miami skyline. Now you don't have skylines like that in Baytown, Texas, do you?
Not quite that great. Yeah, we have the Fred Hartman Bridge. If you ever seen that, you can look it up. But great views there. You can get some good pictures of sunrise and sunset. Actually, for work, I set up some pretty cool pictures. We got some new units. Turn on the lights, and there's a big Baytown sign with the Texas flag, American flag, with the bridge in the background. It's pretty cool setup. Get some good views out there, but no, definitely nothing like Miami, especially the water. The water in Galveston is nothing like Miami.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It really is. I enjoyed flying it, and I had got there earlier than you guys. It was still dark when I sent my drone up initially. Alex wasn't even there, and it was spectacular. It really was. Let me say hello to Barkley, because Barkley, he's usually lurking, but he's not lurking tonight. Always good to see Barkley. How you doing? And if Jen is with you, hi Jenna. So trying to keep up with the chat and keep the conversation going with you, Eric. But Eric, the viewers don't know you, and maybe you could give us a little background about how you became involved with drones and drone flying.
Um, Man, I think it goes back to just being a kid. I've always been into technology. I had a laptop as a really young kid before many people even had PCs in their house, and I get it. I think from my dad, we just like to tinker with things and have fun with technology and gadgets and whatnot. And so as drones came out and regular people can get on them, and I started with the really cheap stuff, like $20, and you got a little bitty drone that was a couple inches and a remote, and it only flew for maybe a minute or so. That's all you got out of it, but it's all manual. So you got to fly manual. There's nothing automated, and you learn how to really fly. And that's what I started on. And I think that's what got me to be a better pilot down the road. But um, yeah, that's how I started. And then, so I just kind of had a natural, I guess, yearn for it, and got my own. My first, I say, real drone from DJI was the first Air, DJI Air, and played with that on my own. And then the department I worked for at the time, the Bel Air Police Department, it's a little city in Houston, started their drone program up, and I got to run with that, help them get it going, and got to see the police side of it, and it really grew from there. And so it went from flying around in the house, trying to fly through obstacles, to taking cool photos, and then getting to play with it in the police world, whether it's the cool stuff, chasing bad guys, or we look for people, missing persons, or get to a call before a patrol car can, whatever it may be. We're trying to use it any way we can. And it just really grew from there. Cool experiences, cool stories, cool views, and of course the public loves it. The community outreach, just having it, and they're all interested in it and ask questions, and it gives people an opportunity to talk to us and just have a face-to-face conversation. And they get to see the human side of the police officer. We're not just there with a badge and a gun. We're real people too. So it opens that side up for us too.
Yeah. So how long have you been with the Baytown, Texas Police Department now?
So I've been with Baytown 5 years now. I've been a police officer 9 years before I was with Bel Air. The guys who are familiar with Houston area, it's huge and surrounded by a bunch of cities, and so Baytown is I say the last piece of civilization that's still attached to Houston before it gets country, and then you're driving, just on the highway to get to the next city. Baytown's on the east side of that, and I've been there with them 5 years now.
Okay, yeah. And obviously you got involved with their drone program. You're on the drone unit. And how long have you been doing that with the Baytown, Texas Police Department?
So I had my my Part 107 already from when I was with Bel Air. And then so it was just a matter of, getting with them, getting through training, and of course showing them my credentials, and then kind of waiting for, the next spot to open up. It was within the first year of being there. I was able to hop on the team and get the my issued drone assigned to me, and then access to the ones that we have, the bigger ones that they kind of keep in the, we call it the drone locker, that we can check out for events that are going on, or whatever we need the bigger ones for, that we just don't have enough to give to everybody.
Right, right. Yeah. Well, I know Sergeant Steve Jones, I know him. He's a friend of mine, and he speaks very highly of you. And obviously, he mentioned it in the chat here tonight. So,
Okay,
I'm
is he here with us tonight too?
well, he wants it to be all you tonight. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
Well, if you
anyway,
could say hello to him, and but yeah,
I'm
man,
hoping
I've
that you,
had some.
you can share some or one or two success stories that you've done on the police department with your drone. Can you do
Uh,
that?
yeah, I'm sure I could talk about it. Man, I wish if I had the videos and I could show them. That's the best thing to do, right? Everybody wants to see those videos, but um, man, we run them all the time, and so what's I think cool to me sometimes is not cool to other guys, but I think the most fun for me is, and we have so many resources. So we have the canine guys; they'll go out and track, and so we get to deploy with them and kind of follow them, and we're kind of a bird's eye view, for them to make sure that they stay safe. But of course, it's cool when I can go out and do my thing, and it's nighttime. You got the thermal on, no one can see anything, and I've got the thermal camera, and then you're looking, and then bam, you see that heat signature, and you're like, that's definitely a guy. And so one of my favorite stories is probably there's a guy who's at a bar, and he gets in his truck. He's doing donuts in the grass, and he goes out onto the under the feeder of the highway, because this bar is right off the highway, and he loses control immediately, hits the barrier, gets out, and then just takes off running into the grass when he finds out we're coming, and he's hiding in the trees, and almost a little swamp area, if you could imagine that. And K9 and the other guys, they have no clue where to go. It's just so thick you can't see anything. And I'm flying around. I see him. I lock him in, and I send the guys right over to him. And we get the whole thing on video. Guy won't come out. We get to send the dog in. Dog goes in, does his thing, and pulls him out. So we all stay safe. And of course, you get it all on video, and so you can kind of review it later. But
That's great.
those are fun for me. We keep a drunk off the streets, and uh, catch a bad guy, and that's just one story. Sometimes it's a drunk, sometimes it's a guy with crazy felony warrants. It's a homicide suspect, or somebody assaulted a police officer, took off running. Those are the fun ones. And there's even one. We also have bloodhounds that do tracking.
Okay.
And I was able to assist with the bloodhound tracking. This guy has dementia and ended up in a ditch, and no one, we couldn't find him. We're searching around everywhere, and I got to give the credit to the bloodhound. He's the one that found him, but I was up in the air with the thermal, searching the area, helping out. Okay, he's not here, he's not there, so we can keep everybody in the right area. And it was determined, had we not found him due to weather and all that, and his circumstance that he was in, he wouldn't have made it through the night. So no doubt, we're able to save his life.
You saved his life. Yeah. Let me ask you this, Eric. What type of drones do you have? What do you fly on the police department?
So my personal, I haven't upgraded. I need to. I still have that Air, and I think a part of not upgrading is I have so much with the police department that I can play with. But what I roll around with day to day and in my vehicle, I have a DJI 4, the Mini 4. That thing's got a great camera on it. Not that 5 is pretty awesome. I've played with it, but everybody has a 4, and they just issued us the Neos. And so the 4 we use, flying around outside, we determined that was a little big. There you go. That's a little big for inside, and we find a lot of times where we need to go inside the house, and of course send a drone in that doesn't cost much if we got to replace it, keep the officers safe and everything, and clear attics or closets, whatever. And so the Neo I found was a great tool for that, and it's cheap. And for anybody starting out, man, that I think it's a great recommendation for somebody starting out. They want to play with it. The Neo is awesome. And so I roll around too. Yep. And then in our drone locker that we call it, we have the DJI Mavic 3 Enterprise with a thermal camera that we check out, and then the Matrice 3. So we have the 3T and the 30T. Of course, the 30 is the bigger one. Yep. We'll grab that and check it out, depending on what type of scenario we're running into or whatever we have going on. And we've got all the toys for those. We have the Tundra light for the smaller one. The 30T has the attachment for the light, and we have the tether kit. So you can send it straight up, leave it plugged in, and that thing will stay up as long as you got it plugged into powers. But pretty cool.
Okay. Is that how it works when it's on the tethered line or whatever?
Yep. It's got a tethered power line to it. You pretty much can only send it straight up. Yeah, but it just stays plugged in, and you can keep it there indefinitely, pretty much.
We got Leonard in the house, JSK Enterprise. He's a retired police officer. Good to see you, Leonard. But anyway, the thermal on the drone is such a big asset, right? When you're doing searching on the police department, right?
Oh, 100%. And at nighttime, if you're doing anything after the sun goes down, I say it's a necessity. You got to have it.
Yes, definitely. I was lucky enough, thanks to John, Connecticut Pirate, that he sold me his Mavic 3 thermal, and I appreciate that. I was involved with a search this past summer, and the thermal drone was a big help. Unfortunately, we didn't find the missing swimmer, but it was what a difference when you got that thermal camera on there, really. If anybody has any questions for Eric, please put them in the chat. I'll try to keep an eye out for them. And Eric, are you reading the chat also, or you can't?
Man, I had to log in through my phone. I can't see the chat right now.
Yeah, right. I know it's hard.
Relay it to me. Yeah.
All right. I'll just try to keep an eye out. Most of the time, I miss the questions, but so. But anyway, for your own, do you fly a lot for fun, or not really? You just fly at work.
I definitely would if I didn't fly so much at work. I think what I get to do at work kind of satisfies that itch that you get, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, at minimum, I'm flying at least 3 or 4 times a week, whether it's a few minutes here and there or sometimes prolonged for an hour or two. I get flight time in every week at minimum, so I'm out pretty often.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. When I was on the police department, they didn't have drones. If you wanted to go do aerial searching or photography, you had to go up in a helicopter. But the drones,
I'm sure you had a chopper back then. Yeah,
asset. I really feel that way. And I know you guys in Texas are still allowed to use DJI drones, which is good, in my opinion. So, and again, we got a question. So I'll read it to you from John, Connecticut Pirate. If he could pick any place to fly, where would it be? Okay.
Oh man. I like mountain scenery. I think because I grew up in Houston, I don't know that, so it really appeals to me. If I could do something crazy like the Himalayas or even like Mount Everest or something that gets some really just awesome shots of a cool mountain scenery, I think that would be really awesome. That's something I don't think I've really been able to do yet. Maybe I'll be able to do it here while I'm out here in Colorado this week, but yeah, I think that'd be something I really want to do. Until I cross it off the list, I think that's going to be number 1 on my bucket list right now.
Right. Yeah. Good question, John. Good question. And Leonard came in a little late, so he don't know what police department do you work for?
Baytown Police Department. We're a small city outside of Houston, Texas.
Yeah, okay. But I'll tell you, like I say, I know you're busy and you're taking the time out, and I truly appreciate you being on tonight. It's not as easy as it seems to get guests, believe me. And I've been doing this show going on 3 years now. Yeah, and not that you don't want to keep repeating the same old guests, but it's nice to have a new face, Eric, and I truly appreciate it, really. So
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. Yeah.
I want to show a little of the video um, that we flew when we were down in Bayside, and I don't show the whole thing. I just show a little part of it. And we're gonna go to the Bayside Marketplace in Miami, and I'll be privileged to be flying with Alex Gordo and Steve Jones and Eric Schwausch.
There I am.
Hi, welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly. I'm here at the Bayside Marketplace in Miami, Florida. And that's the famous Ferris wheel right next to me. But you'll never guess who I'm with. I'm with Alex Escardo. And he's getting ready to take off. So let's film him taking off. Come on along. And Steve Jones and his partner are coming down too. Hopefully they can find it and we'll be flying with them also. All right, Alex is ready to take off. Yep, sending that bird up. Oh, look at him. You guys got there. Out of here. Well, we had a good time, Alex and I, flying. And we're right next to Bayside Marketplace. There's the Ferris wheel. Alex and I wanted to get the city skyline before the sunrise, so we sent our drones up and got some nice shots of the Ferris wheel and this bridge. Where do you see the way it's lit up? I'm telling you. I thought it was so cool. Let me fast forward it. See if I can get our beautiful sunrise. Landed my drone.
That view around that corner was really cool.
Our drones, and we were blessed with a beautiful sunrise. Yeah. And we lucked out with this sunrise, really.
It was beautiful weather.
I thought it was a great place to fly. I really did. And then to be privileged to fly with you and Steve and Alex made my day, really. Anyway, if you want to watch more of that, guys, you can go to my channel and watch the rest of that. Now, do you have a YouTube channel, Eric?
Or no? No, I don't. No, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And before I forget, well, I want to ask you Leonard's question. What scenario would you use a tethered drone for?
Oh, that's a great question, because you're limited. You can't fly around like you would normally with a normal drone. You're kind of limited. You just go straight up and that's it. What I usually do, or what I initially used it for mostly, was for events. So we have an event at a park. There's a bunch of people, just kind of an overwatch to send it up and get that bird's eye view for us. That's really great for that. What we've also found ourselves using it for sometimes, if we're setting up on a house for like maybe a warrant service type of thing, whether it's a search warrant or looking for an arrest warrant to look for somebody, and it doesn't need to move around. We're just going to watch the house. We're not moving around. We can post up in a safe spot, send it straight up. And as long as we have power, we don't have to worry about bringing it in to swap batteries and send it back out. Because, man, I'll tell you, when you're dealing with suspects, what's going to happen is you send that drone up, whether you have 15 minutes or 45 minutes of battery life, nothing's going to happen until you bring that drone in to swap the batteries. As soon as you bring that drone in, they squirt out and they're gone. And like, where's he at? Where's he at? And you're like, I'm swapping batteries, guys. Give me a minute. And then you send it back out and they hunker back down. And that's just how it works. So, those are probably the two most common.
Okay. Yeah, the tethered drone. Yeah, I could see where that's such a big asset, really. So, but anyway, we got a question from Terry, Gated Drones, too. He says, Eric, when you fly for fun, where do you fly?
Man, honestly, it's whenever I can remember to pack up my drones, and whenever I go somewhere and I see something different or cool, or I'll send it up, take some photos. Whether I'm at the beach, because we're not too far from Galveston Beach, um, or sometimes I'm at home and I'll send it up and see what's changed around me, because our neighborhood is the area is growing and changing. Um, or just at work, I'm driving around and I want to get some flight time in. I'll send it up and just see what I see. Just have a good time with it. I think I have more fun flying it around than I do actually taking the photos. I like going through obstacles or flying around things and just getting good with the technical aspect of it. So um, yeah, I just have fun with it. Send it up whenever I can and have a good time.
Yeah. I keep a drone in my car, just in case I do find a little spot that I want to fly at, and I keep the Mini 3 drone in my car, and
That's a good one.
a lot of times, I found a spot, and much as my wife hates drone flying, and when I say I want to pull over for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, and she knows it's not going to be 5 minutes.
No, yeah, it never is. Yep. Next thing you know, you're swapping batteries and sending it back out.
Yeah. So, but anyway, um, I do want to. I know I had told you, and I told you about our sixth annual South Florida Drone Meetup when we were in Texas. I mean, we were in Miami at the conference. But I want to give you your personal invitation to come. Tell the sergeant I need April 10th, 11th, and 12th off.
All right, he's gonna lock out my calendar, so work won't hold me up.
Yeah. Okay. We're hoping Steve comes also. So he's on the list. Actually, he's on the list.
He
So, and I
speaks
think
really
he even
highly.
has his hotel room booked. So, um, but anyway, we have just to let you know, we have 123. I signed up 3 more people in the past couple
Oh,
of days, but we have a 120. No, I'm sorry, 125 now. We're up to 125.
it's nice. That's a good turnout.
Yeah, yeah. So, but anyway, it's a good time, and the best thing about it, it's free. But you have to be at the meetup by 10 a.m. You got to be signed in by 10 a.m. to get one of the raffle tickets this year. We don't want just people showing up at the last minute getting a raffle ticket. And uh, we want you to spend some time and meet the other pilots. And lately, we've been getting a lot of newer pilots. We get a lot of the old timers too, and that's great. It's like one big family. We all get together again, and it's good seeing everybody again. But it's nice seeing the new pilots too. So, what's this? I'm sorry. Tell them the Florida trip is forced to drone relationships. Yep. Oh, yes, you're right. I have to mention the Margate Police Department. They came to our meetup last year, and that was great. Al Cercione, he's a member of the drone meetup committee. He made the arrangement. And I don't know if you're familiar with Margate compared to Jensen Beach, Florida, but it's over an hour away. And they
Okay.
sent drone pilots up. And I tell you that the attendees at the South Florida Drone Meetup found it very impressive to meet these two police officers that fly drones, and they fly Skydio drones, just to let you know. So, but it was great. But anyway, back to you. I hope you can make it. Really, we'd love to have you there. And we got Bill Ronayne in the house, Uncle Bill's tribe. Good to see you. He's on the drone meetup committee too. And just to let you know, Bill manages the Sticks Billiard Club where we have the meet and greet for the sixth annual, well, the South Florida Drone Meetup. And he made the arrangements for the sponsorship there. And they put out a food spread for us now. And it's really a good time. The meet and greet on Friday night from 5 to 8 p.m. And he also gives away two $50 gift certificates that night too for Sticks Billiard Club. And we are allowed to use 4 of the billiard tables, and the pool sharks come out and start playing pool. TJ is one of them. He comes with his own cue stick, just to let you know. So, But anyway, thank you, Bill. You're such a big help, really. And everybody has a great time at Sticks. So, um, but uh, let me get back to my little format. I have a little format, and I talk about a tip of the week. So let me see if I can bring that tip of the week. It's nothing really sophisticated by any way. This week, it's just get out there and have fun flying, really. So many people, they don't fly enough. They come up with different excuses not to fly, and, it's cloudy out. I can't fly on a cloudy day. Just get out there and have fun and fly. Get a flight in, even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Don't have to be, a long, long flight. Just have fun flying. Eric, do you have a tip or one tip for the viewers? What would you recommend?
Man, I would say if there's somebody that wants to get into it, or even if they just want to better their skills, flying with the really cheap ones that don't have any automation or any flight assistance, it'll really get you good at honing in those skills. And not to mention, if you crash it, it only costs a couple bucks anyways. um, I think that's my biggest tip for the new
All right.
guys when they're
Yeah,
learning
good,
to get
good.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I know. But anyway, we got a drone superstar in the chat now. Marcus, Idaho Quadcopters in the chat. How you doing, Marcus? Good to see you. And as far as I know, Marcus, John is adding extra rooms. So if you're definitely coming, I'll add you to the list. Call up John tomorrow and book your room. So um, that's as of 2 weeks ago, he was adding names. So adding rooms for us. We get what happens, Eric, is we get a block of 25 rooms. Obviously, they sell out pretty quick, and
Yeah.
they're gracious enough to add extra rooms for our group. And we get such a great rate, 139 for a room, 149 for a suite, and that is a great rate for that time of year in Florida by the beach, So, but that's great, Marcus, if you're coming. I'm so glad to hear that. I know you are making your plans accordingly, and I'm so glad you're going to come. All right. No, I don't see any other questions. So, Eric, let me just go on to the viewer video of the week now. And this week, I selected John Flynn, Flying Flynn Media. One of his highlight reels, I thought it was awesome. And I tell you, I didn't realize John does so much flying. I mean, I knew he did a lot of flying up there, but I thought this video was great. Lots of flying and stuff. I'll tell you, John, I've never flown in the snow. Have you flown in the snow, Eric? Yeah, he puts out these videos. Make me feel so incredible, really. I'm a snowbird. I don't like flying. That shot. Hey, we got Bob Casey in the house. How you doing, Bob? See ya. And I tell you, when I watch this video, I learn so much. Their style of editing, way of flying. Next day, John, this is a great video. And I gotta say, John is one of the best in my book, you know. So he comes with his wife Colleen, and it's always good to see them at the South Florida drone meetup. So let me see. Did I miss any questions while I was showing that video? Oh, okay. Music is too loud. Is that what they're saying? Oh, I like loud music myself, but I thought it was a great soundtrack. But anyway, oh, John Coopy's in the house. How you doing, John? Happy New Year. Thank you for popping in. So, do you have any plans on flying? You got to. You say you don't really do meetups, right? With other drone pilots, you fly enough at work.
Yeah, I do enough at work. I I don't network enough as I probably should flying around. That day I met y'all up, that was my first time doing a sort of meetup with a couple of guys and getting a couple drones in the air. That was pretty cool. Had a lot of fun with that. Need to do that more often for sure. And there's a ton of us in the Houston area that are out there, so the opportunity is there for sure.
Yeah. You know, I have to say I'm a little disappointed with the. I don't want to bring up the DJI issue, but I am very upset about it, to be honest with you. I think DJI drones are the best. I really do. I'm a DJI fanboy, as they say. And hopefully, maybe it'll get changed. Maybe they'll work things out in the future. I sure hope so. But anyway, okay. There's a question from Bob. He got here late. What drones does Eric fly? Maybe you could just repeat it.
Yeah, so I have a personal DJI Air. That's my own that I need to upgrade. Nothing wrong with it, just want something newer. But at work, I'm issued a Mini 4, DJI Mini 4, and a DJI Neo that I carry with me. And then I have access to several others that I use. And I mentioned the Mavic 3T and the 30T that we use, depending on what's going on. We'll go check those out and take those. And forgot to mention the 3E. It's not the thermal. It actually has a mechanical shutter in the camera that we use for our crash reconstruction because of the way that it takes the photos. That one does a little bit better. And so I guess I didn't talk about that earlier, how we use it for that aspect of the job too. But
yeah, I was wondering,
yeah,
I'm not that familiar with accident reconstruction, so maybe you could talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure everyone's familiar with police shutting down the road or the highway for many hours because a bad crash happened, and we've all been stuck behind that crash where you can't go anywhere, you're stuck forever. And so what we're doing is we're going out there taking measurements and doing a thorough investigation so that we can do a scaled model of this crash. And it's required that we do this when there's unfortunately a fatality, but it's something we have to do. And so that's what we're doing, collecting all that evidence. And so over time, technology's gotten better. And so what used to take a few hours, I can now do in minutes. I can do a fairly big, complicated scene. And once I'm all set up, I send the drone up. It flies for 5 to 10 minutes. I have the evidence I need. We'll tear it all down and go. On I would say an average scene, if everything goes smoothly, we're done in under an hour. And that's including responding, calling the reconstructionists out to bring everything and get set up, fly it, paint it, and tear down and go, versus before it was, a 3-4 hour sometimes minimum, and even longer. I've been on scenes for 7-8 hours, trying to collect everything. And then so we use the drone, we go fly it, takes a bunch of pictures, and then we load it up on a computer. We have software that then stitches those pictures together and creates a 3D scaled model of that crash scene, um, and gives us what we need, um, to do our job and investigate that crash. It's really cool what it can do, and everybody that sees it loves it. And it's just really, it's the efficiency of it, going from hours to literal minutes with what the drone can do.
Very, very interesting. I tell you, I hope you guys are learning something because I sure am tonight. So, thank you for sharing it, Eric. Really. And Bob Casey, air. He had the air, and he misses his drone. He gave it to his nephew, I guess. So that's cool, Bob. Yeah. So, um, yeah. I tell you, the drones, they were coming out so often, and you didn't even really learn how to fly the drone. You have it, a new one came out, you know. But I haven't. I got the Mavic 3 Pro. That's sort of my favorite drone to fly, um, and I'm very happy with it. So, um, but everybody who has this Mavic 4 Pro, and now the Mini 5 Pro is really, really a great drone too. Everybody says so.
Yeah, I don't want to knock the Mini 4. The Mini 4 has a great camera on it, but the Mini 5 really, really impressed me. I was, you know, on the fence about what they could really improve on the 4, but man, that 5 is, it really knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know. And when we were flying down at Bayside, Steve offered me the opportunity to fly it, but I feel funny about flying somebody else's drone. God forbid something happens.
If I can
You
if I can comment on that real quick. So I didn't have mine. I was flying his, I think he had his Air 3 that I was flying for him. And not a cheap drone. And then on top of that, he threw his Insta 360 camera on top of it, and had me flying around taking
right,
videos
right,
with that.
right.
And so I was double leery because I'm flying someone else's expensive drone, and then he's got his brand new expensive Insta 360 camera on top of it. Like, should something go wrong, not only do I lose this drone, I lose this man's fancy new camera. Um, so a little nerve wracking for sure, but man, we got some really, really awesome video and photos out of that, and a cool experience
Yes.
for me. I was actually surprised at how well that drone did with that camera attached to the top of it. It's really cool.
Yeah, exactly. Bob Casey has a question for you. He wants to know what's the longest flight chasing a perp that you had.
Uh, I gotta think about that one. And so that's hard to say. So if you're talking about they're just straight running and we're chasing them, that doesn't last too long. But I have had a couple where I've done some battery changes, because you do a mixture of searching. So sometimes you're searching for a little while and then you find them and they squirt out, and then you're following them around. Um, I would say the longest time I've been out on, I had one up in the air looking for somebody. So 3 battery changes. So I mean, maybe an hour and a half or so.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
long time.
yeah, and that's like actively, like, we started flying, found them until we, like, get them in custody or whatever it is. But I've definitely done longer flights than that. But I think that's probably my record for, looking for them, find them, and then stay on them until we can get to them and get them in custody.
Now, when you're flying for the police department, do you use a visual observer too when you can, or
If I
not?
have to, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so that's tricky because I got to keep somebody with me for security because my face is buried in a screen, and so
Yes.
I can't have somebody walking it behind me. So there's that, and then if I have a visual observer, so now you're talking, I have 3 people to fly that drone, if that's what I'm using. So we got to balance manpower versus what we can do and what we need and all that, but it always
Yeah.
works out.
Yeah. And we got another drone superstar in the chat, Chris Hope. He's watching. He's from Texas, just to let you know too. Yeah. How you doing, Chris? Good to see you. So I'm surprised nobody's trying to remind me to do the contest. I do have a little contest for a monthly giveaway, which is a $10 Amazon gift card. But before we do that, I gotta pick the winner for December, and the name is in the hat, and there was only one name in the hat because I only had one show. So I'm gonna pick it out, and believe it or not, it's John Gregory. So he had number 20 that week. So John, I'll be sending you a gift card. Congratulations. But listen, now's the time, and you're eligible too, Eric.
All right. Yeah.
Lucky numbers between 1 and 25, and I'll keep an eye out to see if who gets it. And I don't see it yet. Let's see. Okay, then I usually miss it, by the way, Eric. So now I'm starting to go back to make sure I didn't miss it. But it's not 28, John. Yeah, 1 to 25. Somebody was close. Oh man. Okay. Here we go. I might have missed it. And if I miss it, I apologize, guys. But anyway, I'll give a better hint. It's between 5 and 10 at this point. So let's see. 5 and 10. I probably missed it. Somebody probably got it already. Not 8, close. But yep, I do see it. I do see it. Chris, nope. Is it Chris Hope? Did he get number 9 first? No, Drone Shots. Drone Shots got it first, I think. Jody. All right, it's number 9. Jody, your name's going in the hat. Congratulations. So anyway, John wants me to redraw. So as soon as these numbers sort of calm down, let me just make a comment. I will redraw.
Hey Ray, I don't want to drop out on you, but my phone is about to die. I sent you a message. I was having some issues with my computer.
Yeah. All right.
I want to say my
all right. I gotta say thank you
before I drop out on you
for being on. I really do. I appreciate it. You were very, very interesting, special guest, that's for sure. And thank you for your service, Eric. Really. And
Hey, we
safe
appreciate
out
you
there.
and thank you as well. Yes, sir.
All right. You have a good night. All right.
Hey, you too, man. We got to do this again sometime. I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. Wow.
All right.
All right. Good night. Wow, he was an interesting guest. All right, we're going to get back to redrawing this in 2 seconds. But yeah, Eric definitely is an experienced drone pilot, to say the least. So thank you to him for being on tonight. So anyway, all right, I'm going to pick another number. I'll put it on this thing. And I don't know if everybody knows, but John sponsors. He sponsors the monthly giveaway. So put it in right now. Your number's 1 to 25 again. And I'll keep an eye out. And I'll pick another one. And I'll probably blow this one too. But let's see. I do see it. If anybody got it before, TJ got number 15. So TJ, you'll get the $10 Amazon gift card that John had won. All right, guys. So listen, thank you. Thank you for watching the show tonight. I just, like I say, I find police drone pilots so interesting, and I have to say, I'll have another interesting guest next week, same time, same place, and just get out there and fly. As Johnny and I say, fly for fun, but most importantly, fly safely. And we'll see you again next week. Have a good night, everybody.